Pile number one, we are looking at the action you must take now. So basically, no more waiting, no more hesitating. What is the action you must take now? So to get the reading started for you, I have the Goddess Guidance cards. Oh, okay. True love, Guinevere, right? True love, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Whenever I see this card, it's action associated to something on your heart, okay? It could be romantic love. It could be also something heart-based, heart-led. Also desire on your heart. So what is it, right? The action you must take right now. This is about moving in the direction of that without hesitation. The feeling is also, if you step out in faith, following the stirrings of your heart, because it feels like your heart is calling you in a certain direction or trying to move you or guide you in a certain direction. But if you follow through with that action in the direction of your heart, the universe will respond in kind, okay? The thing is, you have this 4 of Cups here. It says 4 of Water, missing opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibility. So the feeling is, this card is giving me is, you might be caught up with the 4 of Cups in the status quo and just the way things are, maybe distracted by the world around you. Because a lot of times what happens is there's an Ace of Cups floating in the background of this card, and the person is focused on the 3 Cups and he's not really happy in that situation, but he's failing to see that there's a blessing on its way to you. And if there's something that's also unfulfilling to you, this card is saying to take action in the direction of your heart, because it will open the feeling is broaden and open your horizons to the possibilities. That's why it says open your eyes to the possibilities. I feel like this energy of the card is also giving me like, what if this, what if that? You know, maybe you're afraid to make the wrong move. You're discontent or might be feeling unfulfilled in a particular situation. And the universe is asking you to take action in the direction of what it is that makes your heart sing. Because it feels like there's going to be fulfillment found if you do. If you do. There's also, you know, a little bit of hesitation for whatever reason I'm picking up from the 4 of Cups. Or it could be that it's not even hesitation. It's more or less like just a feeling of like confusion or not knowing like up from down or left from right. Maybe you don't have everything in order to make the move, even if you wanted to, is the feeling. The thing is making the move in the direction of your heart or your heart's calling is actually what's going to initiate and kickstart everything for you to get you out of a situation that you may find unfulfilling. The feeling is to take the action now so you don't miss out on the opportunity. Because the feeling is there's an open door. There's an open door here, and the sooner you take the action, the sooner you can walk through it. And the happier you'll be is also the feeling. Okay? So I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. For pile number 1 viewers, there's something in your life that you know what you need to do. Okay? You know what it is. Only you know what that desire on your heart entails. You know what it is, and it's like, don't let, the feeling is, don't let it die. Like, don't let that fire in your heart, don't let the dream kind of dissipate or disappear or fall by the wayside. I also heard you found what you're looking for. You found what you're looking for. So why not move in the direction of it? Do you see? Let's see if we can get 3 cards. Whoa, okay. 5 of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's that feeling of like, interesting, because I said in the 4 of Cups, you know, he's oftentimes looking at the 3 of Cups, not realizing there's an open door portal, a new beginning floating in the background, trying to get his attention, right? Because the Ace of Cups is always floating in the background, trying to make itself clear to the person in the card, but they're just so caught up in their stuff that they're not seeing it. And then the 5 of Cups is an energy of like looking at everything wrong, but not seeing that there's alignment here with the 2 cups that are still standing. I don't know if, you know, especially if it's love, if some of you, you know, have had disappointments when it comes to love, romance, relationships, or maybe a particular endeavor at one time didn't go your way, and there's this feeling of being let down and disappointed in regards to like all the ways that things just didn't pan out. Or you could be failing to see an opportunity, maybe because you're letting the fears and the worries and everything get in the way of that. But not only that, it's this feeling of past things that maybe have influenced how you react, right? When it comes to seizing an opportunity. Maybe it's the fear of missing out or the fear of failing, okay? And maybe that's why there's a hesitation I felt coming from the 4 of Cups. But again, the hesitation might not even be something you're fully aware of. It's just the circumstances that kind of have you in a blind spot, I feel. But I feel like this reading's trying to grab your attention to say, don't wait a second longer. Right? 7 of Wands. Yeah, look at that, the Magician. Because if you step forward and take action and seize an opportunity and not overlook it, okay? The feeling is here with that Magician, you're going to be rewarded with a brand new beginning. This is a number 1. And this energy of the 7 of Wands to me is kind of like where you feel sad and disappointed over here. Over here, you take action. You stand up. And you put your foot down. Fight against the odds, maybe in the direction of the thing that your heart is calling you towards. So that way you can manifest. So it's like, yeah, it might feel challenging, especially with the number 5, you know, change, challenges. Number 7, oftentimes associated with challenges and spiritual growth. I feel like this is going to level you up spiritually, taking the action in the direction of that and owning your power, like claiming it. Like I was getting the feeling that it could be that you taking even the smallest step in the direction of it is going to initiate something and create a catalyst, I feel, to manifest it. Because instead of, you know, questioning the what ifs and wondering if it's even possible or doubting yourself, if you step into, you know, the alignment that's actually active and available to you, if you step into that vibration of alignment and act upon the nudge, that's you activating your own power and embodying it and stepping into the version of you that is moving and grooving and walking, okay? Walking the walk, talking the talk, like the person who's already living the vision or the dream or the thing on your heart. You see? You're operating in sync with it by taking the action. This is a fighting spirit over here. The 7 of Wands. It will fight and move mountains. It doesn't care who's in the way. It's that energy. It's combative, okay? It's combative energy, but in a way that stands on business. And it's also telling the universe, you mean business. And it's like the minute you take the step in the action and you initiate it, you're literally telling the universe, I mean it. This is what I want. This is what I'm going after it. I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to push through the fear. I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to pick myself up. And it's like recognizing the moment or the opportunity, the moment it arrives, and stepping out to claim it. And it's not claiming it out of fear of missing out, okay? It's claiming it in the moment when you see it, seizing that opportunity because you know it belongs to you. You know it was meant for you. There's a difference. One is acting out of fear. The other one is claiming what you already know to be true. And the magician is what? A true magician claims, right, their birthright. Seizes the moment and claims it out of pure divine knowing and intuition. Not out of fear of missing out. The thing is, a magician is an energy that gets things done. He makes things happen. And if you step forward, despite the odds that you might feel, right, are stacked against you, the feeling is you will be rewarded because it's you stepping into power. Aligning your energy, right, to make it happen. Magician is about bringing your heaven down to earth. As above, so below, so within, so without, right? You have all the tools on the table to make this happen, to align you with your heart's desire. And also, like the card says, have the universe deliver this to you. Because it is in alignment with you. It's exactly what you want on your heart. And it's like the feeling is here, the door is going to open to you, but you have to take the step. You have to initiate the action. And then when you do, everything begins to start moving energetically, magician energy, right? A magician is saying, I saw something in my mind's eye. I held the vision with the sword, right? I felt it in my heart as truth with the cups, because he has all of these elements on the table, right? So I saw it in my mind's eye. I felt it in my heart. I basically aligned my mind and my heart, swords and cups. And then with the wands, took the inspired action in the direction of it. And then with the pentacle, made it a tangible reality. Because it's earth. And then here I am, the magician, bringing all of those elements together to make this shit happen for me. Right? For myself type thing. Like you bring all these elements together. The vision, the feeling behind it, the action needed, and then the tangible materialization of it through your spirit. Because you're bringing the subconscious, right? The realm of spirit, you're bringing it to earth through your actions, through your visions, through your feeling, and making it a tangible reality. That thing you see in your mind's eye eventually gets manifested into something physical and tangible, something made in matter, through you. You're the vessel to bring heaven down to earth. Your heaven is what you see in your mind's eye, in the realm of spirit, that which you create. And then once it's created in the realm of spirit, it's drawn down to the physical. But it requires you holding the vision, you feeling it in your heart, you aligning your actions, and then that's how it becomes tangible. But it's through you, the fifth element, that makes all of this happen. The fifth element is spirit. That is the magician. That is you. So this is telling me if you can align these energies, mind, heart, action, spirit, right? It's all going to come to fruition in a tangible way that you can live it. Experience it, breathe it, okay? Hold it, touch it. I also want to say to you, don't let past failures or disappointments get in the way of what is possible for you now. It just requires that you trust yourself, trust your heart, move in alignment with it, take the action necessary. Any small step is enough to get the momentum going. The time is now. And the universe can deliver this thing on your heart to you, whether it's love, whether it's purpose, whether it's a manifestation with the magician energy that you've been working on for quite some time. Yeah, look at that, King of Cups. So that's very much in alignment with the heart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I feel like, yeah, this is very much in alignment with the heart space, and your heart is trying to tell you something. For sure. I almost want to see underneath the surface here too. Okay. Too much going on at once. This is like, you know what this is saying? There's a lot of vacillating back and forth as well. And you might be juggling a lot of things. Maybe you don't even know where to begin. But it says a need to make a decision. Exactly. Consider a more playful approach. Go with the flow. Have some fun. Surrender a little bit. Okay? Make a choice. Don't sit on it. I feel like these two energies have a tendency to just sit on something. And if you sit on it too long, the momentum kind of stops. If you need to take a moment and get centered within yourself and really listen to your heart, you will know the answer. But the minute you know the answer, it feels like there's going to be action required on your part. But the minute you take that small step in the direction of it, everything starts to have a snowball effect, right? The thing is to decide and not sit on it too long. Because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity that you know already belongs to you. Do you see? You reaching out and claiming it is not FOMO. No, it's actually just stepping into your divine power and claiming what is already yours. And the magician, or the Seven of Wands and the magician, would do that. There's no hesitation coming from that Seven of Wands. I think some of you are going to get to a point where you break out of the rumination and say to hell with it and make the choice and just do it. Just step out in faith. Because at this point, like, the feeling is, what do you got to lose? I feel like you have everything to gain, in fact. Because you're sitting like a King of Cups in complete alignment with your heart. Trusting your intuition. I feel like if you make the choice, it's going to be one that's based purely on intuition. And you're going to have to trust that intuition underneath the surface, right? Again, the subconscious energy, the watery energy is the subconscious. I feel like this is something that you have planted a seed in regards to in the subconscious that now, again, like the King of Cups, right? It's in the subconscious realm of water, spirit, intuition. You planted this seed in the subconscious, and now it's, here's the door that's going to lead you to manifest it in a tangible way. But you got to walk through it, and you have to make the choice and then decide to decide. And when you do, step forward with the Seven of Wands and don't back down. Okay? This is you stepping in your power, claiming it fully so you can activate this energy and the universe can stir shit up and build the momentum to bring it to you. Because it's about to here. And a feeling is here, you already know what this is, but it requires your action. Okay, the feeling of, you know, possibility of loss or disappointment or disenchantment, like all of that stuff is just, it feels like it's a distraction. And you're going to have to quiet that part of your mind to claim what is already yours. Because you created it. The minute you created it in the realm of spirit, in your mind's eye, and felt it with your heart, it was already yours. Now it's like about claiming it, right? In real time, claiming it physically with action. For some of you, this is love, and it's a romantic situation, maybe after a breakup with the Five of Cups, and there's somebody coming towards you. Maybe you're vacillating. I'm just giving an example. Maybe you're vacillating back and forth. Should I not? And you're strong enough, right? Maybe after the heartbreak, after the loss, to set healthy boundaries with the Seven of Wands and stand up for yourself. Like, you're not going to, maybe for some of you, fall back into those old patterns of romance or romantic relationships. No, I think this is strong and healthy energy that you're embodying, or that you have possessed now, right? That you can, the feeling is here that you can handle love to the capacity that before you maybe struggled with. This is a different vibration where, you know, the feeling is here that you're operating from with a Magician. This is a strong, resilient energy that you hold now. You're not going to lose yourself, maybe like you have in previous relationships. This is a strong, resilient, steadfast Seven of Wands energy. And the King of Cups knows what he wants. And it's just, okay, you know what you want. You know what you're, you know the truth in your heart. Now it's time to claim it. So if there's somebody coming into your life and you might be vacillating whether you should or shouldn't, this feels like it could be a real match. And you know what? The same thing could apply with a job, home or something like that. This feels like a match, but it's going to require, in whatever capacity it is, for you to reach out and claim it. But the minute you do, you begin to put everything into motion to manifest that thing on your heart that you've held for quite some time. Let's see what's underneath here. Yep. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So there you go. Okay. I fully agree with that energy. You're strong enough to do this now, to claim it, to reach out and grab it. Don't sit on it. Don't hesitate. It's time for you to step out and, truly embody the power and the strength that you have. The minute you do, everything just starts to align and fall into place. Because I feel like there's a portal, there's a door of opportunity opening up to you. It's about to be presented to you. You might have a lot going on, and I think, because the Two of Earth says that you might have a lot going on in your life right now. And if you have so much going on, you might fail to see the opportunity when it arrives. But I feel like What is meant for you cannot be withheld from you. What is meant for you will never pass you by. I feel that you're going to be able to recognize it based off intuition alone, and it's going to require you take action. Because this is already yours, okay? There you go. Permanence energy talks about rewriting your story, rewriting your narrative, dissolving old contracts, writing new ones, okay? When you sign on the dotted line, it's written, right? It's claimed. It has your name on it. So I feel like that's what this is saying. Whatever this thing on your heart that's coming through and a door is opening for you to receive it, it has your name on it. It's already been written. It's already been written for you. So you've been protected this entire time. Okay? And these are not red reverse, by the way. You've been protected this entire time. And look, what was kind of closed off to you is being opened now. It's being unlocked, okay? You have a lock that's open here. And this is saying this is an opportunity. This is an open door, a portal that's opening up to bring you this. The door is open. Right now, it feels like energetically, the timing of this is open right now. From the time that you watch this video, the portal is open now for you to step through this and claim it. Your journey to arriving to this has been protected the entire time. You have the energy of release. I would say release the fears. Look, you have luck on your side. You also have creative energy and the ability to be adaptable. Okay? This is something you've created in the realm of spirit, and I'm seeing that with the Magician card and the King of Cups. So it's like release the fears of the past, release anything attached to the past. Luck is on your side. Be adaptable. This is something you've created, and you have the power to create this and bring it to fruition in real time. This is energy of wisdom, intuition, knowing, and magic. And information. Okay? I didn't expect for all of them to come out, but that's okay. One of these cards, and then I'll grab your angel numbers. So yeah, I feel like luck is on your side. This is protected for you. This is meant for you. However, the window is not going to last forever. That's the thing. And everything is lining up right now. You just have to trust yourself to claim it in the moment, seize it, step out in faith, and embody that power that you have, because you are strong and you can do this. So don't wait a moment longer, the feeling is. You gained so much wisdom, I feel, with this card from maybe the previous cycle or previous experiences that even if they weren't satisfactory to you, you know what I mean? Even if they weren't completely satisfactory to you, and I say that because of 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups, you still learned so much from that. And I also feel like it's the things that you've learned from that previous, cycle maybe, or experience that you're releasing is also setting you up to have more confidence in the way you manifest or your manifesting powers moving forward. Okay. Safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. Look, you're on a journey to claim this manifestation. 2 energies of being protected. Okay. This journey to arriving at this is fully protected. But there is a window of time where you're going to have to act to claim it, right? Because if you don't claim it, that's basically saying to the universe you don't want it. But the thing is to trust the window when you see it. Look at that. The elements. Hold up here, because I was just telling you, right, about the elements in the Magician card. It says the elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine, right, to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. There you go. And you are the fifth element that brings it all together to create this power, this protection, the boundaries, right? Seven of Wands has powerful boundaries. Yeah. So you are safe to step forward and claim this. While we're here, look, obfuscate. You might be feeling like you don't have all the answers, but that's okay. You don't have to know everything to claim this, because the feeling is here that the universe is already working out the details on the back end, and even in the places and the spaces you can't see. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to trust, step out in faith, take the action, and claim it. Okay, so we have energy of successful career, a happy working environment, pay raises, and promotions. You're about to level up in some way. And yes, it could definitely be in your career. But this is about you leveling up and claiming this success that I feel is already happening. I also feel like if you're worried about the abundance, if you're worried about the provision being there, if you're trying with the Two of Earth, trying to juggle finances as you know, maybe that's part of the equation. You know, maybe you need the finances to be there in order to allow this to happen. The thing to tell you is, if you step out in faith in some small way, that will show up. You got to have fun. Maybe this is an adventure. And the feeling is here at this point, what do you got to lose? You might as well try. But I feel like you don't have anything to lose, because this is already yours. If anything, you have everything to gain. So we have a 3, a 6, and a 3. So that is your angel number, 363. Go ahead and look up that number. See what it brings to you. See how it confirms this reading for you, pile number 1. If you feel that this reading has connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Consider joining my channel membership for exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also support me further by visiting me on Etsy. My Etsy shop link is down below for personal readings and things I make by hand. You could also, if you could, hype this video, right? Because it helps to boost it in the algorithm so it can find who it's meant for. Yeah, did I forget anything? I don't think so. Okay, I think I gave you my whole entire spiel. So with that being said, I will leave you here. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 2, we are looking at the action you must take now. So no more waiting, no more hesitating. This reading is going to give you an inside look in regards to what Spirit feels you need to take action on sooner, right, rather than later. So let's go ahead and get the reading started for you. I have the Goddess Guidance cards. Let's see, pile number 2, what action must you take right now? What is the action you must take right now? Oh, okay, so there's 2. And I also have the Angel Tarot cards. And I also have the, oh, I just forget the name of this one. Oh, Light Seers Tarot. So let's see, action you must take right now. What is the action? Have fairness, ma'at. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Quiet time. Take some time out, or take some time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Okay. And then the Magician. Okay, so pile number 1 also had the Magician. But it says, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. All right, why did I get the vibe that this is asking you to go inward, balance your energies and align so you can manifest something? If you have to take time out to meditate and to envision and connect and align, and the feeling is to focus on this, maybe even before you take the action. I feel like this energy of like sit with yourself for a minute, really go inward. And the feeling is to feel it out and then take the action. Ma'at is saying also, because this is like the Justice card, everything is aligning in perfect order. Everything's being divinely orchestrated. And that's why the card is saying the situation is going to be handled in a fair and just manner. This is going to work out in your favor. I feel like there's things right now that are aligning. And part of me also feels like this is saying for you to rest, relax, and just be chill. And then step forward. Because you are ready. More ready than you actually may realize. You have everything you need to make this happen. Life is becoming really, really magical at this time too. And I think that the magic is also aligning or happening in synchronistic ways, in ways that you can't deny that this is the time is now to do this, to step out and truly bring, like I said in part 1, bring your heaven down to earth. So you go from the subconscious realm of quiet going inward to actually taking physical action or seeing it manifest in a way that's tangible with the Magician. You also have brand new energy because it's a number 1. I feel like the universe is also working something out on the back end, and it's going to work out in your favor. It's going to go your way. You just need to be chill and at ease. The reason why is like it feels like the calm before the storm, right? Like that energy of like, everything seems really quiet, and then boom, it starts to pop off. There's an interim, a space between rest and action, okay? There's this feeling of a liminal space before it all takes off. And there's that liminal space that you might be finding yourself in at the moment. And it's in that space that the universe is kind of putting all its ducks in a row, orchestrating this in a divine way on your behalf, also according to divine timing, before it all happens. There may have been a moment, is the feeling here, that things have been really quiet for you. Maybe nothing seemed to be happening. But that's about to shift. And it's like you go from nothing happening to everything happening. But it's also because the universe, the feeling is here, the universe senses you're ready. But as everything's aligning, the feeling is here, one of the actions you need to take is to just be at ease. Rest in the knowing that it's all working out in your favor. It's all working out as it should. There's nothing for you to worry about because it feels like something's already in motion. And then it feels like out of the quiet comes a green light. Out of nowhere comes a green light. And the Magician, because he's operating in alignment, he's fully embodied in his power. He's aligned all the elements within himself, earth, air, water, fire, him being the fifth element, spirit. He's in such a place in alignment, he can recognize the open door. He can recognize the action he needs to take when he sees it. So the feeling is here, be at ease. Be at ease. Because when the signal arrives, you're going to have to act on it immediately. Like I said, you go from rest to action, to inaction, from inaction to action. And it feels like it might happen in the blink of an eye. But the feeling also is here, you're more ready to do this than you realize. So also don't let that scare you if something happens suddenly, out of the blue, unexpectedly. Because you have everything that you need, like the card says, the ability to manifest all of this into a tangible reality. Everything is, I feel, with the Magician card and the Ma'at card, aligning in divine order and timing in a magical way. And you will know when it's time. You will see and recognize the opportunity when it arrives. But just rest from here until then. And know that you're fully equipped and prepared to take the action where you need to, when you need to. Because I feel like there is something up ahead that is going to help catapult you in the direction of manifestation. But I also feel at pile number 2, there's a few things that need to align on the back end in the realms of spirit. So while that's being worked out on your behalf, in the places and the spaces you can't see, just rest and be at ease. Maybe go inward. And then when you least expect it, the feeling is boom, there it goes. Here it is. Here's your green light. It's time to act. It's time to move. And only you know, like, according to the cards, only you know what this is about. I mean, for some of you, it could be a legal issue, some paperwork, maybe that you need to put together, file, or petition, right? It could even be an application, an offer, a contract of some sort that's either coming through for you or that maybe you need to take steps toward. But when the feeling is here, when the moment's right, you'll feel it, you'll know it. And then the Magician is saying, yeah, align. Because you already saw it in your mind's eye, you already felt it in your heart, so you already planted the seed in the subconscious. And now, like the wand's energy, like you go from sword, you go from cups, you go from sword to thinking and envisioning, cups to feeling, and aligning the mind and the heart with that feeling. And then you go with inspired action with the wands. And that is what, taking inspired action on what you envisioned and what you felt in your heart is what actually materializes it into matter in a physical way that becomes tangible, being you, the fifth element, bringing all these things together to make it happen. So it's like when you know, you know. And I feel like there will be a signal, a green light that you get that's going to point you in the direction of this, so you can take action and manifest something into a tangible reality in some kind of way. For some of you, yes, it has to do with some kind of like paperwork, contracts, signing on the dotted line. I'm not sure. I'm just saying that because of the justice energy being here. She usually deals with documents, legal matters, paperwork, agreements, whatnot, right? All that stuff. And that's just on a mundane level, right? Let's keep going. 9 of Earth. Okay, so that would be the 9 of Pentacles. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. The quietness keeps popping up, right? The theme of quiet. The feeling of rest and being at ease. Because that 9 of Pentacles, she's not stressed over anything. I also want to say the money will be there to support, provide, and supply for whatever it is that you need to take action upon to manifest with the magician's energy. There's also successful fruitfulness energy. She is actually living amongst the dream fulfilled. She lives in abundance and prosperity. So there's some kind of fruitfulness underneath the surface that you are about to flourish into. As a result of divine timing and order, you aligning your energies within, and then stepping forward when you receive the green light and the signal from the universe itself, it feels like, to show the way, to guide the way, so you could take the action. And then what happens is, with the Nine of Pentacles, you manifest it in a tangible way that brings you, right, the provision, the success, the upgrades. For some of you, it could be that the action you must take now is to prepare, maybe for self-employment, okay, to go it alone. There's some kind of independent energy coming from the Nine of Pentacles that it's requiring you to go it alone, to do it alone. Not that you're not supported, you are. You're supported in the realm of spirit with the physical, financial supply needed. You're also supported in spirit when it comes to the divine timing and alignment and orchestration of all of this. There's this feeling of just needing you to rest in the knowing that it's working out, that it's happening. And that when you need to know what to do, and when you need to, right, receive the signal, it will be there. There's also some kind of physical upgrade to your finances, your career, maybe even your location, or your surroundings, right, and environment. Why? Because I say that because of the earth energy on the table. There's some kind of upgrade. Some of you have applied for like maybe a new job or career, or have signed the dotted, maybe put in an offer on a house or something like that. And you're waiting to find out if you got the job, if you got the offer. Some of you are also maybe even breaking contracts with jobs, places, locations, people, and things, right? That's part of the action that's needed, is to either sign new contracts and wait for the result, right? Which looks very successful here. So if you're waiting on the result to find out if you got the job, it looks like you will. For others of you, you're breaking contracts maybe to free yourself up in some way, maybe to go self-employed, maybe to, work from home, maybe to change your surroundings. And I want to say to you, if you're looking to take action in any of these directions, this feels like, yeah, it's divinely aligned. It will turn out well. It will be successful. You will successfully manifest the result that you want. You just have to trust what's happening for you, and trust the space, the liminal space. The feeling is the liminal space before you receive the answer or the signal that you need. Okay? Because I feel like some of you are actually waiting to hear back. Whether you got the house, whether you got the job. That's a scenario for some of you. And it's like, just rest easy. And this is also saying that if you haven't taken the action yet, there's going to be a small window where, you just got to chill and wait for it to line up and for the answer or the result to reveal itself. So all you have to do is just chill until it does after you take the action, right? Because you could take the action to apply for a new job or career, and You know, you've aligned your energies to do that or to take that action, and then there's a period of waiting until you hear back. And this is saying, trust that everything's working out for you, even in that time frame of needing to wait, okay? Everything's working out so that way this happens for you. So you receive the result. That's why the Ma'at card is saying the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Yes, because even if there's a little bit of a wait before you know what the result is going to be, it's still working out positively. Why? Because I think the Magician is saying you've taken the action, the aligned action. You already subconsciously planted it successfully so it could materialize. And there's like a little bit of a 5-second delay, like if you want to call it that. There's a little bit of a delay from the time that the action was taken because you got the green light until you know the result. But that 9 of coins is saying you're safe, you're secure. It's all lining up in a way that you'll be happy with, right? And the Ma'at card is saying, yeah, we got this. Like, it's all working out. It's going to be handled in a way that you'll be happy with it. You'll be happy with the result. Just take some time to chill until, right, it all pans out. But let's see. Absolutely. Look, Freya, bold action, right? Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Yeah. Trust that everything's orchestrating, aligning according to divine timing. Some of you might even feel this happening for you without any evidence of it. But there is something coming through. There's a green light or a signal that's going to be given to you for you to take that bold action. And then once you take the bold action, yeah, there might be a little bit of a lag before you finally know how it's all going to pan out. But that 9 of Pentacles is saying you're good. It's going to be fine. Pile number 2, let's see if we can get 3 cards. And if you're worried about taking the action, taking the leap, right? Go quiet, go within and align your energies and trust the process that once, you know, it sits right with you, it feels right. Once it feels good and you get the signal, you get the knowing, take the leap. Trust yourself to do it. Because I feel like your risk will be rewarded in that way. We have here. All right, so okay, so yeah, look, more energy of like trusting your intuition, going inwards. You might be worried about, you know, something undermining your progress. Just the feeling is here, you might feel that way because at this time there's no real movement, action, or momentum. Maybe things are a little quiet, right? Like I said, you go from inaction to suddenly all this action. Maybe you're waiting to hear back, and that could be a mental struggle too, right? With the 5 of Swords, you kind of feel like defeated. But the 6 of Pentacles is coming in to say, look, there's help, there's support. What you need is provided. You might be fighting with yourself or fighting with others or wondering if everything's going to pan out. And it's like, quiet the mind. Don't let it run amok. Trust your intuition. Trust what's happening for you. Because I feel like on some intuitive level, you feel like something is stirring. Something is brewing, okay? Even if you can't see it because things are kind of quiet, surface level. The thing is, universe is working on the back end to align this for you and bring it forth. So it's literally placed in your hands, handed to you. You will know when the time is right to act. It's like, I feel like to say, don't fight with yourself. 5 of Swords. Don't let the quiet or the inaction or the lack of kind of like activity, don't let that get in the way or make you think it's not happening for you. Because I feel like this is sudden. You go from almost no action, no activity, And I almost feel like to say to you, that's when you know. Because it's the calm before the storm, right? It's kind of like, that's how you know. Things go real quiet suddenly. That's how you know something is brewing under the surface before it is made visible. Something is about to land in your lap. The signal's about to go off, and it's going to require, yes, you take action, that you keep yourself open and receptive here. Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, reciprocity, equal give and take. Sometimes opportunities being presented to you, money being gifted to you in some way. Keep yourself open and receptive. Don't let your thoughts convince you otherwise, because there's something big happening for you. Yeah, and it's going to require that you take action. Just because it's quiet now doesn't mean that it's not happening for you. There's something about to align and be gifted or given to you here. There's magic at work on your behalf. I think the Magician is also confirming that. Also divine orchestration and alignment. Trust yourself and your intuition. Go inward in that quiet space. You have all this beautiful abundance, success happening here, and then it feels like a tangible gift being given to you. I feel like this is saying, don't fight with yourself. If you need to quiet your mind to get out of a negative thought pattern or thinking, go ahead and do that. Because that's going to continue to help you to maintain your alignment before you get the green light to go, to act. I already felt over here, you felt like something was happening on the back end, but you just couldn't see it. Maybe you didn't have the evidence for it. You might feel challenged and conflicted during that quiet time and space before you know what to do, or before you see that it's go time. And like I said, if you put in the application, if you put in the offer, and you're waiting to hear back, you know, that could be grueling right here, right? Your thoughts can get the worst of you. But I feel like over here, it's just saying, yeah, you got it. You got the job. You got the thing that you're maybe applying for. You got it. That's why it's like, go quiet for a little bit. Clear your mind. Trust yourself, your intuition, and the action that you've been led to take once you get the green light, right? Because it's all working out. You'll know when it's time to put the offer in. You'll know when it's time to put, to submit the job application or the loan or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying that because of the justice energy of the Ma'at. She deals with all those documents and stuff. You'll know. You'll know when it's time to take the action, because you're going to get an obvious green light. But if you can just chill from now until then, and then also chill a little bit once you submit whatever it is that you're doing, right? Or once you take the action, because there's going to be a little bit of a gap, right, of time before you know the result. So yeah, try not to get in your head before you take the action, or before, right, you receive the signal, and likewise after you take the action. Trust that it's all working out, and the risk that you take will be rewarded. Just be open and receptive. I feel like there's a gift that's going to come out of the wait before you take the action, and likewise after. Let's see what's underneath here. Oh yeah, look, 3 wands. So it's like, yeah, you already did the work, right? Or you set the intention out there. The 3 of wands is also saying you're just waiting for your ships to come in. And that's why I was saying, if you have to wait after you take the action before you know what the result is going to be, you know, trust what you've already put out there. Number 3 is energy of creation, expansion, manifestation. It's also energy of adventure, and you have this Freya card that says unleash your adventure side, take risks and be daring. Trust that what you put out, you will receive back. That's why we have this 6 of Pentacles showing us that you're receiving something. Underneath the surface, you will be, right, setting the intention if you haven't already. You're going to be setting the intention, putting it out there into the universe, and you're going to have to trust that what you've put out is about to return to you. Whether that's an intention or the tangible manifestation and result, right, of what you created. Let's see if we can get 3 cards here. There's a little bit of time though, right? Like a little bit of lagging time from now until it all lines up. Look at that. Man, achievement. Okay. Like I said, I feel like this is already yours. It's already in the bag in a way. You might just get in your head. Look at the abundance. Hell yeah. You might just get in your head a little bit from the time you take the action until you get the outcome or the result or the answer. Likewise, you might be in your head a little bit up until taking the action, because you don't see anything happening. You're not getting the green light. You're wanting the green light. You're wanting a sign from the universe, you know, so that way you know it's time to go. It's go time. That's why it says you're ready. Yeah, so you have the resources and ability to manifest this or make it happen. Right? Life is becoming magical for you. I think life is also aligning things to make it happen, or to make the magic work on your behalf with the justice energy. Yeah, so you're closing out a cycle, rebirthing yourself, transforming a situation, ending one thing, beginning a new one. This is the energy of rebirth. Okay? Snake eating its own tail. You have the Lamniscat here, which, you know, talks about cycles and infinity, right? And reincarnation. The Ouroboros is a very powerful symbol as well. Snake energy is also healing, and it's all about shedding old facets of self, maybe old facets of belief. You're about to receive some major form of abundance, and this abundance is going to allow you to close out a cycle and step in, right, to this new level of being, and step into, I feel, also with a manifestation. So you're going to step forward into a manifestation. Because I feel like the 3 of Wands, you've already put the energy out there, and now you're waiting for the ships to come in. Or once you take the action, that would be you putting it out there, and then there's a little bit of wait before it comes in. But nonetheless, there's success on your side. There's prosperity. There's abundance. You have 2 cards of abundance here with this card and the 9 of Pentacles. You have the achievement card saying you're about to make something big happen. And whatever this is going to help you close out something and begin something new. Close out a cycle and begin a new one. And you have luck on your side. Okay, lucky rabbit's foot. So yeah, it's all working out in your favor. Don't stress over it. Trust that when you take the action, you take the leap, you take the risk, you put it out there, it will result in a positive return, okay? There's a gift to be received here. There's abundance to also be had. The pomegranate is symbolic of spiritual wisdom. So it's like you, again, Queen of Cups too, right? She's spiritually wise, very much in touch with her inner world. So it's like, trust what you know inside, because that's the truth. Ma'at is the truth. Your intuition is truth, okay? That's what these 2 cards are saying. Your intuition is literally the truth. You're about to achieve something huge with the action that you take. Just trust the process before you take the action, and also trust what you do after you do it. Because either way, it's happening. Let's see if we can get a few cards here. Oh, okay. All right, we have the energy of fire. The element of fire holds or heralds new life. Look at that, new beginnings, renewed passion, and positive transformation. And this is energy of transforming as well, because snakes do regenerate. They also shed old facets of self. They molt, right? They grow and transform. And yeah, so that's literally what's happening here. Fire is also activating. So something is being born into your experience. I think it's a manifestation. And this is going to, yeah, amplify or move you, or kind of, I don't know. It feels like this energy of like pushing you into this new energy. But it's also because you transformed, you shed old facets of belief, I feel, that you've outgrown. You've aligned your energies alchemically too. You stepped forward into truth, or you're embodying your true, genuine self, trusting yourself more to take leaps of faith without fear or hesitation. Yeah, and that's all very activating, right? Sometimes there's forests that are burned in order to replenish or heal or renew the soil so new life can grow, right? So I would say to you, almost want to say to you with this card, don't be afraid of the bridges you will burn, because in the burning of those bridges, right, you actually activate new life. Then it says true wisdom with the tree of life and making good life choices. So yeah, you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Oh, okay. We have the star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. You actually have two energies of luck. Okay. Luck is on your side when it comes to the action you will take and the way that you're aligning with this green light and moving forward with it and following through with it. So yeah, star is also symbolic of wish fulfillment. And you have the labyrinth, transition, look at that, to a higher level of being. You're leveling up. The Nine of Pentacles was also telling us that. So you might level up, not just spiritually, but physically too, in the way you live, your environment, the way you carry yourself, the way you hold yourself, the way you look. So it says, transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, gaining enlightenment. Yeah, and I can see that with the Queen of Cups, for sure. I can definitely see that with the Queen of Cups. Trusting yourself more, taking actions to align with that self-trust. And then literally the actions you take that align with your own inner self-trust, it literally catapults or expedites, the feeling is here, expedites your manifestations. Okay, I kind of want to look under here because I looked under everything else. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. So I feel like you're going to be aligning with the right people, places, things, and timing, especially with the Six of Pentacles, right? Equal give and take, reciprocity, hell yeah. The right connections, the right people, the right places, the right things, all aligning in your favor with the number 6 energy. All in harmonious balance and alignment. You actually have two energies of balance and alignment. You have the Ma'at card, right? And the number 6, for sure. 9 is also symbolic of approaching a completion. And we also see that here with the cycle. And then you have the new beginning here. So where something ends, something also begins, right? This is a new beginning with the number 1 of the Magician, and luck is literally on your side. But you know what? I don't really see it as luck. I see it as you making your own luck by taking the actions when you receive the green light from Spirit in the direction of that which you've intended. And then what happens is, sorry, my stomach's like all grumbly. Then what happens is once you take the action, everything begins to align as if by magic. But was it really luck? It was you activating your magic to make it happen. That's literally what it is. And things are happening because you're aligning and putting yourself in a position to take the action. It might be a little scary at first, right? But it looks like the action is all that's needed. It looks like the action is all that's needed from you. All right, so let's see. Angel number here to confirm this reading. Let's see what it is. 9, 5. You also have the energy of the star, which is wish fulfillment, and you being guided in the direction of what is meant for you. The star energy symbolizes divine guidance. So you're, again, being given and shown the signal, guided in the direction of the action you need to take. And then once you get that green light, if you step boldly forward, take the risk, do the thing, you will be rewarded, is the feeling that this reading is totally giving. So you have 957 as your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number. See what it brings to you. If you feel this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, like, share, subscribe. To support this channel, maybe consider hyping up the video too, so it gets boosted in the algorithm, so more people can find this reading, and it can be presented to them at the right time when they need it. You could also support me further by becoming a channel member for exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also support me beyond that by checking me out on Etsy. Link to my Etsy shop, is down in the description box. Pay me a visit there. Personal readings as well as things that I make by hand on my free time. I even have spirit guide paintings that I also offer there as well if you want something a little different. So much love to you wherever you are. Thank you for spending time with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 3, we are looking at the action you must take now. So this is a time of no more waiting or hesitation. There's something you must act upon now, right? Sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and take a look to see what that is. We have the Goddess Guidance cards here I'm using for you. Pile number 3, what is the action you must take now? The action you must take. Pile number 3. Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. Did you see that? I feel like that's super loud and clear. We have energy of Kali, endings and beginnings, and golden opportunity. So it says the old must be released so the new can enter. Important doors are opening for you right now, so walk through them. Now, when we have these two cards together, it's like you have to bring something to a close. You have to release something so that way the door can open to something new. So as you step away from something old, you receive something new in its place. So if you're hesitant at this time to let something go, just know that when you let it go, you're actually opening the door to receive something completely new. And this is an opportunity over here, right? And this opportunity is one that's going to kind of like elevate you, lift you up. It feels like also expand you in some kind of way. I feel like this chapter, there's a chapter that's ending and concluding here for the simple fact that you've leveled up spiritually. You've transitioned, transformed, transmuted. We do have the energy of the lotus, which is a symbol of transmutation. You've gone through the shadow work, it feels like. And now that you've undergone that alchemy within yourself, you shed facets of yourself in the past that no longer maybe fit who you maybe are right now or becoming. Now that you've let that go, you're in a position to receive something here. The thing is like, there's also an action from you that's going to, there's an action from you that's going to kind of like close the door indefinitely. And it's like, once you make that choice to close that door, say goodbye, end that thing, release it altogether with that action, this is what the universe presents to you. An offer, an opportunity, a fresh start, an open door, a breakthrough. So there might be some fear about letting something go. If you haven't let it go yet, And the feeling is the longer you hold on to it, it's only just going to delay everything that's on the other side of the door that's meant for you instead. So the question is, you might have to ask yourself, what is it that I'm reluctant to release, reluctant to let go of? What is it that I'm holding on to that has outrun its course? And if you can sit with yourself and identify it, right? And then make the conscious choice once you're aware of it. Yeah, once it's brought to your conscious awareness, you make that conscious choice to let it go. You release yourself from any attachment to it. And what happens is you come into full bloom. You come into complete alignment and enlightenment, because the lotus is that energy. It's about gaining enlightenment. And if you think about the lotus energy, it's a plant that is deeply rooted in the soil. It grows through the mud. It works its way through the shadowy depths of the water. It takes that deep dive, right? But it grows through that shadow aspect. And then what it does is when it's finally ready to blossom and bloom, it reaches the surface of the water, accesses the sunshine, and opens up and comes to full bloom, which is symbolic of its full enlightenment, its fullness. So something has, I feel, been brewing under the surface through the shadow work, through the healing period and the cycle that's closing out. Something's been brewing and being activated in that space. And now it's ready to come to fruition. It's ready to arrive. But it's going to require your conscious action to release it fully. Maybe even consider doing a spiritual release as the action that gets the ball rolling to allow the new to come through. Because I feel like a door is being opened to you. Opportunity might be knocking. And it's up to you whether you open the door. It's up to you whether you walk over and cross the threshold to receive what's on the other side of the change and the shift and transformation that you've undergone recently, to prepare for what's coming in. Because at the end of the day, it's your choice. You have free will. You don't have to accept this new beginning. You don't have to accept the opportunity. But the thing is, it's there. It's right there. All it requires is your letting go, your saying goodbye, you releasing what no longer fits or aligns, releasing the old. Could be patterns, paradigms, belief systems. It could be people, places, and things that no longer vibe with you that you're letting go, or maybe you need to make the conscious choice to release. But whatever it is that you're letting go, it's really so that way you can expand further, have a breakthrough, and receive more in the process. Okay? Because there's something, yeah, it feels like a blessing's about to enter your life. Yemaya's energy is bringing that. I have the Angel Tarot cards here. I want one of these. And then I also have the Light Seers Tarot I'll be working with as well. So the action needed from you, sooner rather than later, right, is the conscious release, letting go. Make the choice to let it go. And it might be a little bittersweet. It also might require, like, letting it go might require you to get out of your comfort zone in a way. But this is also feeling like whatever is ready to be let go, it's because it's run its course, right? And Spirit is encouraging with this card here to release, to receive. The old must be released so the new can enter. That's what Kali says. This is the new that's really right there on the brink of entering. But it requires you letting it go first, right? To open the door to what awaits on the other side. So let's see. What action you must take now? Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, look at the Four of Pentacles. Oftentimes that energy holds tight, right? It holds things close to its chest. It sometimes doesn't want to get uncomfortable. It says being too frivolous, being too cautious in any way, right? Sometimes you stay safe, you play it safe with this Four of Pentacles energy. So being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate, yes. So it's about allowing yourself to be open and receptive in order to both, right, release, give, receive. But sometimes with this energy, we can be a little too cautious and kind of hold tight to what we know and what's comfortable. But in this case, this is saying, no, don't hold on to what you know or what's too comfortable, because you have something new trying to enter. And if you try to hold on tight to what you're familiar with, it's going to just delay. I feel like you'll also make the right decision, though, when the time comes to release it. Because look, you have the Six of Wands. Victory, good news is on the way, public recognition or awards. So, yeah. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't try to hold on to what's leaving or what has run its course. It feels like there's nothing to be gained by holding on to the past, literally or figuratively. The gaining is in the letting it go, because you have the victory and the triumph card here, the Six of Wands. And letting it go is only just going to work in your favor. Letting it go is only going to bring opportunity to you and help you to prosper and thrive. So it says good news is on the way, public recognition or awards. It's about getting your glow up, okay, as well. There's something about you and your energy that's about to glow up in this new chapter. You're in alignment to receive more. Also, I want to say with the number energy on the table, 4 is about stability. So you're safe in making this transition. 6 is about balance, alignment, harmony, reciprocity, equal give and take. So I feel like the opportunities that are coming through are balanced, in full alignment with you. They're harmonious. They also want to give back to you as much as you want to give to it, right? So it's kind of like a symbiosis of energy between you and the new thing that's coming in. If you're afraid to take a chance, if you're acting too cautiously, it might, you know, that energy is out of fear, and it might make you hold on to what is kind of ready to be let go. It might make you hold on unnecessarily. And it's like, don't delay it anymore. That's why the energy of the reading is, you know, to take action now. It's like, don't delay the blessing anymore. Don't delay the opportunity that's looking to come through for you, because this is successful. You have good news trying to enter your life, good things trying to enter. This is a breakthrough. After a period of healing, after shedding an aspect of the past, you're ready to receive this. And you're ready to have a glow up in some area of your life. Receive the blessings and the accolades, the recognition, the glow up, the level up that you deserve. Because, you know, think about the Six of Wands. It's a soldier successfully returned from battle. So I feel like with the Kali energy, you've definitely battled or had your battles through the shadow, the dark night of the soul, whatever you want to call it. And you're coming out of that victorious. And there's rewards for you to receive as a kind of like I feel like it's a compensation, a blessing or a gift that comes from the cycle that you're closing out. You are about to receive a blessing as a result of having successfully released aspects of the past, or bring something to a close, or say goodbye to something. And that's why I said you have everything to gain in exchange for what you're letting go. I had a download, actually, this is strange, but I had a download upon waking up this morning that said, the strongest soldiers receive the greatest rewards. And that's oddly, very, very strangely tying into this Six of Wands energy. Okay, and I know some of you, like me, are tired of being the world's strongest soldier. Okay. I know what that's like. But I feel like there's this energy of, you know, fortitude being rewarded. Because something about your shadow period, the working through that energy, letting go of people, places, things, literally and figuratively, patterns, paradigms, mindsets, you name it, you did it. There's something about letting that go that was not for the faint of heart. And if you haven't done it yet, it's asking you to, because there's a gift that comes through on the other side of that change, of that ending and conclusion in your journey and in your chapter. When you shut the door to that, you open the door to your abundance, to your blessings, to all the gifts and the rewards that the universe has literally stored up for you. That's what you receive in exchange of letting it go. I mean, you don't have to. You can stay where you're comfortable, but you have something to gain. So if you can allow yourself to be vulnerable as you make this transition, as you experience the changes involved or that come with letting something go, you're just placing yourself in a state of receptivity. Okay? Let's see if we can get 3 tarot cards. And we see that you're about to receive something here. Some of you might actually let go of a job and then find another job that will promote you or give you a promotion or a pay raise. Do you see what I'm saying? Just in a mundane level or mundane way. You might let go of certain friendships or relationships that have outrun their course. And in the letting go of that, you have a glow up, right? And there are other friendships, connections, relationships that you encounter that will feel like, what's that word? They'll feel like, you know, meant to be is the energy of that with the golden opportunity. It's like, had I not let go of that person, place, or thing, I would have never aligned to receive this, and this was what was meant for you all along. Like, that's the feeling of these two energies. Triumph over adversity is what the Six of Wands represents. You're about to have a big triumph over a chapter that was filled with a lot of adversity, struggle, maybe shadow aspects that it brought to the surface. You know, things are looking up and looking brighter is the feeling of your pile number 3, but it requires you to bring something to a close, literally or figuratively. The feeling is enough is enough. You've outgrown something. And there's something that's knocking, right? About to come through, it feels like, that matches the you that you have transformed and changed and alchemized into. Because that new version of you that you are like embodying or stepping into now, it's completely different than the you that was experiencing all of this at the height of it. Okay? The you at your worst, right, is not the you that you're about to meet and encounter over here on the other side of the door that you're about to walk through upon letting it go, bringing it to a final close. They're two different people. Even the you that you were 6 months ago is not the same version of you you're about to to meet face to face over here with this card. Two different versions of you. Let me get 3 cards. Card 1, 2. King of Cups, okay. Didn't pile number 1 get King of Cups? Yeah. The Tower, whoa. Breakdown to have breakthroughs, right? Absolutely. Also, sudden, impactful events. I used the term burning bridges in one of the other piles. I think it might have been pile number 2, I'm not sure. And if you have to bring something abruptly to a close, it's because your intuition is yelling loud and clear to do it. King of Cups. And you're in a very powerful position as a King of Cups energy to make these choices based on pure knowing. I feel like the Tower is you initiating the breakup, the breakdown, the release. Because intuition is saying, I got to do this. Or it's like, now is the time, now or never type of thing. If I don't do it now, when will I ever? You see? Because the Tower sometimes is us initiating that release, let go, ending, dismantling. Other times it's the universe doing it on our behalf when we fail to. And I kind of feel like I want to give you a heads up. Like, if you don't act upon this now, if you don't do this for yourself, then the universe might divinely intervene and do it for you. Why? Because you can't stop what's meant for you. Even your own delay, even your own hesitation cannot stop what is opening to you now. Okay? It can't stop the door from opening. So you can delay it all you want, but when all is said and done, the universe is going to bring it to you because it's meant for you. I'm looking at this Tower like, yeah, endings. There's a sudden, unexpected turn of events. Surprise. Maybe surprise, shocking even. But I also feel like King of Cups is saying it's all good because you're in alignment. You're in alignment for this to happen. I think it would be a smoother transition if you took the action for yourself rather than just, leaving it up to the universe to do on your behalf. I think you'd be in a more stable position to initiate it for yourself. Because the feeling is here, the King of Cups, he already knows what he needs to do. He's already in touch with his inner self, his inner knowing, his higher alignment, and that energy that speaks, right? He's already following the GPS system of his soul, so he already knows. And it's like, once you know, deep down in your soul, I feel like this might be shocking news as well, that you receive, because it says good news is on the way. Yeah, good news is on the way, and it might take you by surprise. It might surprise the hell out of you. For sure. And that's where the shock and awe comes in, right, with the Tower. Yeah, expect the unexpected. But I feel like whatever's going to suddenly come through is just a nudge, right? To move you in the direction of this open door, this breakthrough, and to help dismantle and clear away the past so you can rebuild, right, on everything that's true and genuinely in alignment with you. That's the reason why, like, something needs to come to a close. People, places, and things, patterns, paradigms, belief systems. Like, there's a lot going on in this card that says it's time to let it go, because it's not in alignment with the version of you that you are stepping into. And if you were to continue down that path, it would not be authentic to you. And what's the things that are not authentic to you cannot stand, right? If it's inauthentic, it cannot stand. It will not stand the test of time. The Tower is telling us that. So the Tower dismantles things that are not meant to last the long haul. Things that are formed on a false foundation must come down. We have the butterfly, monarch, butterflies in the card. That is also symbolic of change and transformation and metamorphosis. So we know that you've undergone a metamorphosis. You're about to complete the cycle of that metamorphosis. And in order to start fresh, start new, and receive the new doors that are opening up to you, this new chapter, this old energy has to be wiped out. The other thing is, it's like, when this comes through, or when you initiate it, it might feel a little topsy-turvy. It might feel chaotic. However, when the dust settles, you see things for what they are, for what they aren't. You see everything clearly. And that in itself is hindsight that shows you why these things happened the way they happened, why they lined up the way they lined up, and why they ended the way they did. And that is a very enlightening moment. It's sudden knowing, sudden understanding as well. It's instant recognition. Okay? It's like, boom, a lightning moment, yes. Sudden understanding, maybe even deep within your intuition with the King of Cups, but it's all to help nudge you forward in the direction of this energy. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah, look at that, surprise. That's crazy, because the Tower in itself can be a surprise. And then the Page of Cups is also symbolic of a surprise, because usually he's representing, or he usually is shown with the fish popping out of the cup. And pages are messengers. They deliver messages. So when we have this card talking about good news, yeah, I think this is just confirming the shocking good news I feel that is on the way for you. Also, good news results, right? After you make the conscious choice to release, let go, dismantle, break up with, burn bridges where you need to, right? It's like the good news follows that destruction, that breakdown of what no longer serves. Like, higher self intuition is saying, I got to do this, I got to initiate this, or I got to bring this to a close. And then you do the thing, you make the choice, you release, right? Yourself, free yourself. And then here the happy surprise comes through. The good news comes through. I think it's associated to your heart. I think this golden opportunity is related to something on the heart. Something that you've also been creating within yourself, energetically even. Could be very creative in an artistic way too. So for some of you, you might receive an opportunity tied into your creative gifts and talents. A breakthrough in that department. And it's going to give you a fresh start, because pages are brand new energy. I want to look underneath the surface. Okay. So underneath the surface, there's this feeling of like lack and loss, or opportunities being closed off from you. And I want to say to you, like, it feels like the reason why the doors weren't opening for you is because you weren't letting go of something. You were maybe holding on too tight with the Four of Pentacles to something, holding on for too long. Maybe staying at the job too long, right? You overstayed your welcome at a job. You overstayed maybe your welcome at a home or a location. Maybe you overstayed your welcome. And I'm using that term because it's just a phrase, right? But it's like overstaying, staying past the expiration date, right, of certain people, relationships, connections, places, things, jobs, locations, you name it. We can overstay. It's like you might have exhausted the energy, but you stayed longer than you should have. And it feels like the opportunities maybe were closed off to you because of that. You just delayed the blessing. That's all you did. Not that it was never going to come, because it was always there, ready and waiting for you. You just deferred it. And it's like the blessing's going to come through until you let that thing go. And that's why this reading is saying, take the action to release this now. No more waiting, no more hesitating, no more holding on to things that have outgrown, you know, your vibe. Like, you've outgrown it. So it's like no more holding on to things that you've outgrown. It's time to release these things, whether it be jobs, whether it be locations, whether it be, you know, connections, ways of thinking, believing, or living. There's something that is looking to change and shift completely, right? To do a whole 180. So that way you can receive more. Because I feel like underneath the surface, you lost a lot. Okay, sometimes it's an energy drain with the Five of Pentacles as well. Maybe people, places, things, situations, you know, that shadow period that you were healing from, maybe it drained you of a lot of your energy resources. It could have drained you of time. It could have drained you of, you know, a lot of things. You could have lost so much in the process of healing, releasing, letting go, saying goodbye to something in the last chapter of maybe that shadow period. But I feel like you have so much to gain as a result of saying goodbye. I also feel like with the Five of Pentacles, you know, maybe you're afraid of letting go underneath the surface. There's a part of you that might be afraid to let it go, afraid to experience new things. But I feel that the new also has so much to give to you in exchange. So what feels like a bittersweet loss now, or, you know, might feel a little sad to leave something or someone behind or a place, but it also feels like that too shall pass. Because you're going to end up over here looking at the world with fresh new eyes and feeling like a kid again. Okay? A sense of like childlike wonder. And that's also guidance to keep an open mind, right? Of what this next chapter could look like, because it looks like Spirit's ready to open doors that were once closed to you as a result of the letting go. I feel like you matured spiritually, emotionally, consciously with this King of Cups. And now you are embracing your inner child because, look, because you are stable. Now you're free to be childlike, to nurture your inner child, to indulge your inner child, because your inner foundation is feeling strong and secure, stable, stabilized even your nervous system. Okay? So I feel like yes, change can be a little bit challenging, but I feel like your nervous system is stable to handle the shakeup that either you're about to initiate with the letting go, or that the universe is about to initiate on your behalf. But your nervous system is stable, secure. You can handle a little shakeup. And I always say the tower is like a shake up to wake up, but I feel like you're already awake. But it's time to shake something up. So that way you can start fresh, start new, receive more, and let the blessings pour in. Because I feel like holding on to something longer than necessary is just going to delay, defer, and maybe block the blessings that are really already there waiting to flow and pour out to you. I feel like this new chapter that you're stepping into is one where you're going to have more fun. You're going to feel more, you're going to feel youthful, alive. You're going to be nurturing your inner child, indulging it in fun ways, in ways that bring you joy and maybe inspire your creativity. And it's all because this difficult chapter, the challenging chapter, the loss, the scarcity, you know, the challenges that you faced, the difficult changes are all behind you. I want to look at here. So it says, look, 7 of air, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Maybe that's, I feel like that's what you're afraid of. Because it's underneath the surface. And we have a 5 of Pentacles, because it's kind of like mirroring that energy. We sometimes try to psych ourselves out, okay, with this energy. It's sometimes self-sabotaging, the 7 of Swords. It can be self-sabotaging. Because we're like, oh, should I not? You know, we could talk ourselves out of it. You know, sometimes, yeah, we're afraid. Again, we try to stay comfortable because that's what's safe for Pentacles, is that energy of trying to stay safe. So I feel like, if anything, that energy is trying to talk you out of it. But it's also energy of being opportunistic. You have to seize the moment sometimes. Some of you might feel like if this opportunity comes through, like the card says, you might feel it's like, oh, why did this have to come through now? You know, I'm not ready for it. Yes, you are. That's the feeling. Yes, you are ready. You might just try to tell yourself you're not ready. Let's look under here. Green Tara, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Okay? So this is saying, if there is something you need to act upon, right, to let go, Spirit is saying, trust that there is support surrounding you to assist you through this transition as you let something go. You don't have to do it on your own. Spirit is lining the right people, places, and things up to assist you so you succeed. 6 of Wands. Seven of Swords is also telling me you might think, right, that you have all these things you need to take care of before you make the conscious choice in alignment with your intuition and higher self to let this go. You might think, oh, I need to do this, that, or the other. Maybe you're afraid of letting it go because something might go wrong. or the timing might not be right if you do it now. You might think, oh, if I do it later, it'll be right. The thing is that the opportunity is here. It's knocking. And it's like, the feeling is here. If you don't do it now, when will you, yeah, like I said, when will you ever? I feel this is more mental gymnastics over here with the Seven of Swords that you might be going through, especially with the Five of Pentacles. With these two energies being underneath the surface, it feels like under the surface. That's what you might be experiencing. You might be afraid to open the door. You might be afraid to ruffle the feathers. You might be afraid to make the wrong choice at the wrong time. You might be afraid to make the wrong choice and make things worse, or make the wrong choice and bring something, you know, to a close that maybe you can't backtrack, right? Like if you make the choice, you might not be able to go backward. That's why the Four of Earth is here and saying, hey, you might be being too cautious. You might be overly cautious. You might hesitate. That caution might actually make you hesitate to make the choice or to release what needs released so you can receive. You might be with the Five of Pentacles thinking, oh, well, what if it goes wrong instead of going right, right? And I want to say to you with the Six of Wands, you have success. You will succeed. The result will be successful. You have two energies over here that are kind of like saying, yeah, this is good. It just might be your own self-talk that might try to make you pull back or reel yourself in from bringing something to a close that's already kind of run its course. You know, you might hesitate because it's what you know, it's what's comfortable, it's familiar to you. But at the end, I feel like you will eventually come to your own conclusions with this King of Cups. Make good choices that are self-honoring. Dismantle what needs to be dismantled so you can start over fresh. Because in the doing so, you're receiving an opportunity, something good, something successful when all is said and done. You are being supported. If you need assistance in making the transition or releasing something or letting it go, trust that the right people, places, and scenarios will be presented to assist you, because Spirit does not want you to do this by yourself. Sometimes bringing things to a close is difficult, and you might need the support of friends, family, networking to make it happen. You know, it's almost like I see a little bit of energy of like a career shift. I don't know why. For some of you, it might be that you might know that you need to let a job go, okay? But the thoughts can run amok and try to talk you out of it, Seven of Swords, and make you think, oh, well, what if I leave the job? Then what if they, you know, what if I don't like it? What if it doesn't pay as well? What if I don't like the people I work with? Or what if it doesn't give me room to I guess, grow? You know, that kind of thing. These are all the things that we can try to say to ourselves to talk ourselves out of what deep down we know we need to do. And the thought here is, you're never going to know until you try. And I also am getting energy of like feeling the friction of staying somewhere or in a situation that really has already run its course. There's a feeling of friction there. And the longer you stay, the less happy maybe you are in that situation. And that right there is proof it's time to let it go. to burn the bridge, start over fresh, to receive what's on the other side. That is more in alignment with you, and actually that matches the person that you have stepped into and transformed and become. The feeling is here also to tell you that doors that were previously closed to you are beginning to open now. They're ready to open now. I feel like once you allow yourself to receive it, you'll be so happy you did. 6 of Wands, right? The doors that were previously closed are ready to open now. Because you are in alignment. You are in a position to make the conscious choice to let go of what's not working anymore. And because you're in a position to let it go, now is when the doors of opportunity and the breakthroughs can enter. Voice, following your instincts, right? Putting in the work, listening to your inner voice, also following your instincts, communication. Again, the energy of good news, right? With the Page of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Also energy of labor, work, and the sweet rewards. Wasn't I saying like the sweet rewards of everything you've been through? Because honey is symbolic of a sweet reward. It's the reward for all the labor that the bees do. Also, bees are symbolic of success. So another energy of success. Look at all the growth. Yes, that's very much in alignment with all the shadow work, the transmutation, the metamorphosis, the growth you've undergone. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're ready to receive this now. Everything that you felt was closed off from you really wasn't. It was always there. But you had to undergo this shadow period. It feels like to get to it. The labor pains, right, of birthing this new reality or new version of you where all the blessings reside. It's like you had to go through that process. You had to do that work to reap the rewards of it. Because not only is it feels like physical success, it's spiritual as well. Again, the enlightenment, the growth, the healing, right? And the rewards of, and the results of what that brings. Let's see. Okay, so for some of you, it is a home, all right, that you're maybe leaving behind and in search of a new one. Maybe that location or that place has run its course and you're breaking up with it, right, with the tower. You're initiating that release. Your home is also where you feel safe. It's also your foundation. So again, that's also symbolic of your foundation being secure. You are being held safe as you make this transition from one state of being into the other, from one chapter ending and another one beginning. You're held safe as you transition, as you make that change, as you let it go. And the new chapter feels like it's very much protected. Let's look under here as well. Okay, so the energy of like everything flowing to you now with perfect ease. All these things just want to flow to you with ease. And the feeling of earth, right, is about being stable and secure through the process of it. I feel like a lot of you watching pile number 3, you already know deep down with the King of Cups energy what you need to do. Some of you are hesitating to do it. You're talking yourself out of it. Maybe because it's challenging. But I would say to you, examine your level of happiness right now in this moment, in that situation that you've outgrown. And if you're not happy, if you don't feel like you're thriving, that's all you need to know. That's how you know it's time to let it go or break it down, right? Release it. Because it doesn't feel like with the Tower energy, it's authentic anymore. It doesn't feel authentic. Let's see. Self-confidence, strong self-belief, and sense of worth. Yeah, and if you know your worth, you will let it go. Because it doesn't mirror your alignment anymore. And you're going to have the confidence to take the action to do so. You have two cards of endings. The Kali card and the Tower. So it's time to let it go. Look at that. Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Yeah, so it's like the minute you let it go, you open the door to receive, and wishes do come true. Literally, you letting something go activates, right, the alignment that's needed to receive the wish. This feels like walk away so the new can enter. Walk away so you can walk through new doors instead. And it's like on the other side of you doing that, you receive the wish. That's why you have the successful energy of the Six of Wands here. Listening to your deepest, higher knowing in self. And taking the conscious action, making a conscious choice to do so is what activates this to come through. Because I feel like you can't hold it back anymore. Like it can't be held back anymore. Nope. Dragonfly, that might be an animal spirit for you to, like, you know, keep an eye out for as a sign or a symbol. Likewise, the butterfly. But it says, you bring light to this world. So it's energy of being light of spirit as well. And it's symbolic of changes and transformation. And it's also tied to water, the dragonfly. So yeah, I think you're going to make a smooth transition into this new energy. You might be a little scared of it at first, but it's like go with the flow. This is, I feel like to say, it might be a little bit disruptive, right, with the Tower at first. But when all is said and done, this is literally smooth sailing. It's smooth sailing directly afterward, okay? Let's look under here too, because, hey, why not, right? We looked at everything else. But it says, time to shine creates the energetic resonance for, look at that, golden opportunities. Wait a minute here. What the hell? You have two cards of golden opportunities. You know, I can't make this shit up. There you go. How much more proof do we need? This is your time to shine. This is a golden opportunity that's lining up for you as a result of whatever it is you choose to let go. So you have everything to gain in place of whatever you think or perceive yourself to be losing. Really, you have everything to gain, nothing to lose at all. Okay. And whatever it is you think you're losing, it's just because it's not that you're losing it. It's more or less like you outgrew it. You've leveled up. And it just doesn't match your vibe anymore. And that's okay. Let's see what your angel number is to confirm this reading. Tile number 3. 12. 9. Oh, wait. I fumbled the the dice. So yeah, 1293. There's your number. Go ahead and look it up. See what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, support this channel. Consider hyping the video. It helps boost it in the algorithm so more people can find my channel and find the messages that they need when they need it at the right time. I trust that the universe does work. It's magic like that. Also, you can support me by becoming a channel member to get access to exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also support me beyond that by visiting me on Etsy. Link is down below in the description box. I have personal readings in my Etsy shop, as well as things that I make by hand, as well as channeled paintings that I do. If you want to connect to your spirit guide, I will paint it for you. So yeah, if you feel led to, check me out on Etsy at any time. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Much love, and always keep shining.